Face-to-face interactions can often make or break business relationships. No matter your disposition, you can't avoid connecting with other insurance agents, and these days, virtual networking has been added into the mix. Keep watching for some invaluable tips on networking in your industry. A necessary evil. You might feel networking is a total nightmare. Maybe you've had a negative experience at a networking event in the past, or perhaps you're an introvert. Believe it or not, you can be an introverted insurance agent. How you perceive networking impacts how you approach them. There are a few ways to prep for a networking event, whether you're a social butterfly or not. First, determine an event's purpose, organizers, and attendees in advance. Next, figure out who you want to meet and greet. And finally, find common talking points to break the ice. These tips for networking events benefit a person who takes action, is curious, and listens well. They'll work for you too if you're proactive. Pro tip, during the pandemic, we recommend allowing social distancing practices and looking for virtual networking events. You can still make connections even if it's virtually. Short, sweet intros. When you do meet fellow attendees, don't drone on and on about yourself. Meeting other agents isn't just about work, and when you all work in the same field, the last thing you want to do is come across as boring. Make sure to use the classic elevator pitch to introduce yourself. Whether you're talking about yourself or your work, keep it short and sweet. When you provide interesting tidbits, you draw the attention of truly interested persons. The last thing you want is the attention of people who only listen out of politeness. That's a waste of time and effort when networking. Work hours. Remember, networking events aren't the only way of connecting with other professionals. You can use networking tips outside of scheduled events if you're proactive. Reach out to your fellow contacts to set up a social event. Make it casual or upscale, depending on your purpose. Don't be afraid to take advantage of organic opportunities either. During the pandemic, you can make these events virtual by using Zoom or Skype. After a long day at the office, going out for dinner or drinks can give you natural opportunities to build relationships with other agents. Using these chances can develop your rapport for more structured and more intimidating scheduled events. Social wingman. These tips on networking aren't just for solo interactions. You can bring along a social wingman to bounce ideas off of. It also means you're likely to have a better time. Bringing a proverbial partner in crime along, i.e. a spouse or fellow agent, can keep you relaxed. You'll appear more personable to whoever you meet. You also have a backup to keep the conversation going if you suddenly stall out. Building relationships. If you're worried that you don't know enough about insurance sales, tips for networking events can teach you how to learn. These tips show you that sales aren't about profit, but people. When you think about insurance, don't think about sales. Instead, think about these tips on networking. Consider how to connect with agent goals and consumer needs. Prioritize the person you're selling to. When you engage clients and peers, you build relationships. These relationships give you chances for bigger sales. They also build loyalty and potential for partnerships with fellow agents. To discover other agent resources beyond tips on networking, contact us today. We'll connect you with fellow agents who appreciate interaction as much as you do. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.